All right, today we're pulling back the curtain on one of wine's biggest secrets. We're going to see how a simple wooden barrel does so much more than just hold wine. It completely transforms it, creating flavors you'd never expect. So, let's get into it. So, think about this. You've had a really great glass of wine, right? Maybe a big Cabernet or a creamy Chardonnay. You give it a swirl, take a sip, and whoa. You're tasting vanilla, maybe some coconut, a little bit of spice like clove, or even this toasty, smoky flavor. And you have to wonder, where in the world is that coming from? Now, the obvious answer would be it's the grapes, of course. But that's not the whole story, not even close. The real source of these amazing flavors comes from something that happens way after the grapes have been picked and pressed. So let's talk about wine's true secret ingredient. It's this hidden partner in the winemaking process, and honestly, it's responsible for so much of what we love in a fantastic glass of wine. And here it is, the oak barrel. And I want you to stop thinking of it as just a container. It's not passive at all. It is an active ingredient. It's a cradle where the wine grows up, it's a spice rack that adds all these layers of flavor, and it's a tool that fundamentally shapes the wine's structure and texture from the inside out. But here's where it gets really interesting. Not all oak is created equal. Nope. Where that wood comes from plays a massive role in how the final wine tastes. Let's break down the two main players on the world stage. On one hand, you've got French oak. Think elegance. It has a much tighter grain, which means it releases its flavors into the wine really slowly and subtly. You get these delicate spice notes and very fine, elegant tannins. That's the stuff that gives wine its structure. On the other hand, you have American oak. This stuff is bold. It has a wider grain, so it imparts flavor much more quickly and powerfully. This is where you get those big, punchy notes of vanilla, coconut, and sweet spice. Two very different personalities. So, how does a piece of wood actually create these flavors? Well, it's pure chemistry. When the inside of the barrel is toasted, and we'll get to that in a second, it unlocks specific chemical compounds. You've got vanillin, which, no surprise, it gives us that beautiful vanilla flavor. There are lactones, which are responsible for those distinct coconut notes, especially in American oak. Eugenol brings in the spicy clove-like character, and furfural adds these delicious caramel and toasted almond notes. It's literally a flavor factory unlocked by fire. And speaking of fire, none of this would be possible without the incredible, ancient craft of barrel making. It's called cooperage, and let me tell you, this is not just carpentry. It's a precise, almost artistic process of shaping wood with fire and steam. It all starts with choosing the perfect oak, which then gets left outside to season in the open air for 2, sometimes 3 years. This process is crucial because it leaches out all the harsh, bitter tannins in the raw wood. Then, the cooper, that's the barrel maker, uses fire to heat the wooden staves, making them just pliable enough to bend into that classic barrel shape. But the final, most critical step is the toast. A light toast is exactly what it sounds like, a gentle heating. This preserves a lot of the natural wood character and unlocks these really delicate notes of caramel and sweet spice. It's perfect for a winemaker who just wants a whisper of oak. Now, a medium toast is probably the most common, and for good reason. This is the sweet spot. It's what develops all those classic aromas we were just talking about, that vanilla, coconut, and clove. It creates this beautiful balance between the fruit and the wine and the character of the barrel. And then, for the biggest, boldest wines, you have the heavy toast. This is an intense charring of the wood that creates these powerful, rich flavors of dark roast coffee, bittersweet chocolate, and even smoky tobacco-like notes. It's a seriously powerful tool for a powerful wine. Okay, so you've got this perfectly crafted, perfectly toasted barrel. The wine goes in, and now the real alchemy begins. There are 2 incredible things that start happening at the same time, and they will completely change the wine. The first thing is called microoxygenation. See, oak is porous, so it allows tiny, minuscule amounts of oxygen to seep into the wine over months and years. You can think of it like the wine taking these slow, deep, calming breaths. And this is so important because it softens those harsh tannins, making the wine feel smoother and rounder in your mouth. At the exact same time, the second process is happening, extraction. The wine inside the barrel acts like a solvent, and it starts pulling all those flavor compounds we saw earlier, the vanillin, the lactones, the spice, directly out of the toasted wood. This is how the barrel literally gives its personality to the wine. It's an infusion of aroma, flavor, and texture. So now let's take a quick trip around the globe to see how winemakers in different regions use these exact same tools, oak type and toast level, to create their own signature wine styles. It's pretty amazing how diverse the results can be. First stop, France. In the classic regions like Bordeaux and Burgundy, the name of the game is elegance, structure, and complexity. They pretty much exclusively use French oak, and the goal is for the oak to be a supporting actor, not the star of the show. It adds subtle spice and a strong backbone that allows these wines to age gracefully for decades. Okay, now let's hop across the pond to California. Here, the style is often bigger, bolder, and more fruit-forward. Winemakers will frequently use American oak to get that rich, powerful profile. Those intense vanilla and coconut notes have become a real hallmark of many iconic California Cabs and Chardonnays. And for our last stop, let's head to Spain, specifically Rioja. They do something really unique here. They traditionally use American oak, but they age their wines for a very, very long time. This extended aging softens the wine beautifully and develops these complex, savory notes like dill right alongside the vanilla and dried fruit. It creates a silky, smooth wine that is just unmistakably Rioja. So, as you can see, the barrel is so much more than just a storage tank. When you really get down to it, it is one of the most important, most versatile, and most expressive tools a winemaker has. And I think this sums it up perfectly. The oak barrel isn't just a container. It truly is a cradle where a young wine evolves and matures. It's a spice rack that adds all this incredible complexity. And maybe most importantly, it's a true partner in the beautiful alchemy of making wine. So the next time you pour yourself a glass of wine, take a moment. Think about its journey. Ask yourself, what am I tasting here? Is it that elegant spice from French oak? Is it that bold vanilla from American oak? Is it a light toast or a heavy toast? See what secrets from its time in the barrel you can find in the glass.